A wonderful day of a baby cat begins with fluffy paws tapping on the glass wall of its pen in a shelter. The little guy is 8 weeks old and has already been adopted by an amazing family. He can't wait to start his new life. The little ball of fluff had only known his mom for 8 short weeks, but he already misses her so much. His brothers and sisters are also gone and adopted, and now it's his turn. When the family first saw this cutie, they fell head over heels in love. They were ready to give him all the love, care, food, and fun that he needs. They also have a yard where he can run around and play when he's feeling adventurous. He's still a little shy and scared, but once he warms up to you, he will be your best friend forever.
The kitten meowed loudly and excitedly as his new parents approached his pen.
He purred like a tiny motor, rubbing against their legs and begging to be pet. The moment they picked him up, he knew he was going to his forever home. He snuggled into his new dad's hoodie, looking back at the shelter with curious green eyes. It was love at first sight for this family. They couldn't resist his charm and wanted to adopt him on the spot. But the shelter staff made them wait a few days to make sure he was healthy and would need any extra care. It turned out he was perfect and got to go home with them right away. Once they got home, they gave him a tour of the house and introduced him to his new mom and dad. He spent the whole day playing with his new toys and exploring every room in the house. He even climbed up the curtains and knocked things off the shelves. He loved watching the dog play and chase its tail. This little guy is full of energy and never gets tired of exploring his new home. At first, the transition was hard for the little guy. He kept hiding under the bed or behind the washing machine, but eventually he warmed up to his new home and started coming out more often. Now, he's always begging for attention and loves to be pet. The little guy has a lot of energy. He loves to zoom around the house and chase his own tail. Sometimes he even runs into walls because he's so distracted by his own little game. He also likes to climb up high places like the bookshelf or the kitchen counter. He likes to watch the birds outside the window. He's not quite there yet, but one day he might catch one. The little guy is also a big fan of boxers. Any box will do, big or small. He loves to jump in and hide or just lounge around in the dark. It doesn't matter what kind of box it is. He also likes to play with balls, especially if they make noise. He likes to bat them around and then chase after them. Sometimes he even tries to eat them, but his teeth aren't sharp enough for that yet. The little guy is also a big foodie. He loves to eat wet food, especially if it has some meat in it. He also likes to drink water from the faucet. That's why his new family installed a pet fountain for him. The little guy loves it and spends hours drinking and playing with the water. Of course, no day is complete without a good nap. The little guy loves to curl up on his new mommy's lap and fall asleep while she pets him. He also likes to sleep in sunny spots on the floor or in his favorite box. No matter where he sleeps, he always wakes up happy and ready to play. But this little guy isn't just a ball of fluff and energy. He's also very smart. He learned how to use the litter box right away, and he's also very good at climbing. He can climb up the stairs like a pro, and he has even started to climb up the curtains. One day, the little guy decided to explore the great outdoors. He slipped out the door while his humans weren't paying attention and went on an adventure. He explored the backyard and chased butterflies and grasshoppers. He also made friends with a little squirrel who lived in a tree. The little guy was having so much fun, but he also got a little scared. He didn't know what a lawnmower was, and he hid in a bush while it was making noise. But then he came back out and continued playing. He had so much fun that day and couldn't wait to tell his humans all about it.
When they came out to look for him, he meowed loudly to get their attention and then led them on a tour of his favorite spots.
They were so happy to see him and gave him lots of love and scratches. They also promised to take him on more adventures in the future. As the sun began to set, the little guy snuggled up to his new mom and dad on the couch. He purred contentedly as he watched the birds fly home for the night. He was so grateful to have found such a loving family, who would give him all the love and care he needed. He knew he was going to be happy for the rest of his life. His new family was also very happy to have him. They loved his playful and affectionate nature and couldn't imagine their lives without him. They knew they had made the right decision when they adopted him from the shelter. This little guy really enjoyed his first day in his new home. He had played, explored, eaten, slept, and most importantly, he had received lots of love and affection from his new family. As he drifted off to sleep, he dreamed of all the fun he would have in his new home. He knew he was going to be very happy there. The next day, he woke up bright and early and immediately started exploring. He chased bugs and butterflies in the garden, climbed up trees, and played with the birds. He even made a new friend, a little girl who lived next door. She came over to play, and they spent the whole afternoon running around in the park. When it was time to go home, the little guy was exhausted but happy. He had so much fun that day. He snuggled up to his new mom on the couch and purred contentedly as he watched TV with her. He knew he was loved and he couldn't be happier. From the moment he had been adopted, this little guy had brought so much joy and happiness to his new family. They loved him dearly and would do anything for him. They knew they had made the right decision when they adopted him from the shelter. Now, his story has a happy ending. The little guy grew up to be a strong and handsome cat, but he never forgot his roots. He often went back to the shelter to visit the other cats and to help them find their forever homes. He also became a volunteer, helping to socialize and care for the cats. And as for his family, they couldn't imagine their lives without him. They loved him dearly and were so grateful to have adopted him. They knew they had made the right decision when they opened their home and their hearts to this little guy. And they knew that he had brought so much joy and happiness to their lives. That's all for today. Please stay tuned for more updates on our furry friends. See you next time. It was one of those days in early spring when the sun does not yet have the strength to warm your body, but still manages to reflect nicely in your eyes when it peeks out from behind a puffy cloud. The gentle breeze that sways the branches of trees carries with it the smell of blooming flowers, fresh cut grass, and moist soil. It's a wonderful day to be alive. In this video, we will show you a day in the life of a baby puppy. This little fellow wakes up all happy and carefree in his doghouse. And by the way, how cute is his little pink nose? Looks like a cherry. You can see that he is getting ready for a big adventure. What kind of adventure, you ask? Well, that's what we are here for. To find out, let's go outside and join him. While walking towards the camera, the puppy takes some time to sniff around. His little tail wags, hopefully while looking at the approaching human, hoping for some petting. But no such luck today. He will have to wait until his human comes back. The puppy is full of energy. Just look at him go. The puppy walks past a bush, runs a few steps, and then lies down. He looks up in the sky and seems to enjoy the warmth of the sun. After a while, he gets up again and starts playing with his favorite toy. Look at him go! Suddenly, a butterfly appears, and the puppy sees it as a worthy opponent. Oh, he almost got it. The puppy then lays down and continues staring at the butterfly as if challenging it to come closer so that he could catch it. But the butterfly doesn't seem to understand the language of dogs.
It sits on a blade of grass nearby and seems to mock him.
No way! Our little friend won't stand for that. He gets up, runs after the butterfly, jumps, and falls on its back. We don't know what happened next because the owner finally arrived and took the puppy inside. As you can see, the butterfly was a tough opponent. That's why the puppy needs some rest now. Finally, he gets the much-awaited petting. When the puppy feels that his human is close, he starts licking his face. It's so sweet. They're best friends and they love each other very much. The owner picks him up and carries him into the house. The puppy looks back to see if the butterfly followed them. But no such luck. The prey got away this time. Maybe next time the little fellow will have more success. The puppy then looks back at his human and wags his tail. The two of them start playing with the ball. The puppy jumps and runs happily around the house. He is so full of energy and seems to be a never-ending source of joy for his owner. The little guy really loves this game. Playing fetch is his absolute favorite activity. The puppy brings the ball to his human and wags his tail hopefully. He wants to play more. But before that, he needs to take care of some very important business. When you're a puppy, you must always take time to relieve yourself. The owner takes him to the designated spot in the garden. And while he is doing his business, the owner talks to him. It's so cute. A bit later, the puppy is done and gets some well-deserved praise from his human. Now, as the puppy has taken care of his business, it's time to resume playing. This time, they head to the nearby forest. The puppy is sniffing everything around, looking here and there and trying to figure out where the butterfly went. Suddenly, he sees a beetle. and tries to catch it. This game is even more exciting than chasing butterflies. The puppy runs through the bushes and over tree roots. He jumps, falls, gets up, and runs again. This little fellow is full of energy. And look at that perseverance. The beetle is a tough opponent, but our little friend won't give up easily. He is determined to get his prey, no matter the cost. And just when we thought that the beetle managed to escape, the puppy suddenly grabs it in his mouth. Good job. He then proudly returns to his human to show off his trophy. But unfortunately, the beetle managed to escape. Never mind. There will be plenty of other beetles to catch. The puppy then starts running through the forest. He is having the time of his life. Then he stops to sniff a flower. Looks like a dandelion. These little guys are curious about everything. They want to touch, lick, and smell everything they see. Then the puppy finds a stick and starts gnawing on it. It must taste good. After a while, he gets bored with the stick and throws it away. Time to go home. The owner calls him and the puppy happily runs towards him. On the way back home, they meet an old gray dog. The puppy is a bit scared at first, but then he gains confidence and boldly approaches the old dog. Maybe he wants to make a new friend. The older dog seems to appreciate the puppy's boldness and wags his tail slowly. When they get home, the puppy runs to his doghouse. He spent a wonderful day outside, but now it's time to rest a bit. He curls up in his bed and closes his eyes. Despite being tired, the puppy is full of energy. He had a great day playing with his ball, chasing butterflies and playing with beetles. Not every day can be so carefree and fun, though. Life as a puppy is not always easy. Sometimes you have to do things that you don't really want to do, like going to the vet or getting a bath. But no matter what challenges life may throw at you, always remember to stay curious, brave, and full of energy. Who knows what adventures await you tomorrow? We hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as we enjoyed making it for you. If you want to see more videos of cute puppies, stay tuned. And don't forget to like and share this video if you liked it. Thanks for watching and see you soon. The cutest puppies are born. A litter of 6 little balls of fluff recently joined a family and stole everyone's hearts. The tiny paws, the wet noses, and the playful nips of these puppies melt the hearts of their owners. As they tumble and play, they bring endless joy and laughter to those around them. The bond between these adorable puppies and their human family is unbreakable. From the moment they open their eyes, they are surrounded by love and care. Each puppy has a unique personality, from the brave leader to the mischievous one. Watching them grow and learn is a joy in itself. These little bundles of energy are always ready for a game of fetch or a nap in their cozy beds. With each passing day, they bring more happiness to the family. These photos capture the essence of their playful and loving nature. From cuddling to wrestling, these puppies embrace every moment with enthusiasm. Their cuteness overload is a constant reminder of the simple joys in life. Once upon a time, in the lush, green wetlands of South America, there lived a baby capybara named Coco. Coco was the smallest of the litter with soft, brown fur and bright, curious eyes. He loved exploring the world around him, especially when his mother, Mama Kay, wasn't looking. It was a bright, sunny morning, and Coco woke up feeling extra adventurous. The tall grasses surrounding their home swayed gently in the breeze, and the sound of birds chirping filled the air. Today was going to be a wonderful day for a little capybara like Coco. After grooming himself with his little pink tongue, he decided it was time for breakfast. Mama Kay had told him that the tastiest plants grew near the water, so off he went, trotting toward the river. As he munched on the juicy greens, he heard a splash and froze. A big, lazy manatee was floating past, munching on some aquatic plants. Manatees are gentle giants, but they can be dangerous if you annoy them. Coco didn't want to risk it, so he stayed still until the manatee glided away. Then he went back to his snack. But as soon as he started eating again, a loud squawk made him jump. A huge heron with sharp, pointy beak landed on a nearby branch, eyeing him with hungry gaze. Herons can run on land and swim underwater with equal ease. They're also very patient when hunting. Coco knew he couldn't stay here any longer. He quickly finished his breakfast and ran back home as fast as his little legs could carry him. When he got back, All of his brothers and sisters were there, happily playing near their burrow. There was Carlos, the biggest and bravest of the litter, Isabella, who was as graceful and elegant as her name suggested, and little Diego, always full of energy and always getting into trouble. Coco liked playing with his siblings, but sometimes he wished he had someone his own age to play with. All of the other baby capybaras were bigger than him and always wanted to roughhouse. But Coco just wanted to have some fun without getting hurt. As if reading his mind, Mama Kay nudged him gently and said, "Why don't you go say hello to Nico? It's time you two became friends." Nico was a young capybara who lived near them. Mama Kay had told Coco about him many times before. She said Nico was a very nice capybara, and that he would be perfect for Coco to play with. But every time Coco tried to go say hi to Nico, he ran away. Nico was a lot bigger than Coco, and Coco was always too scared to approach him.
But now that Mama Kay had told him to be brave, Coco gathered all his courage and went to find Nico.
He found him by the river, and even though Nico was busy eating, he managed to look up and greet Coco politely. Coco was surprised. Maybe Nico wasn't so bad after all. He greeted Nico back and asked if he wanted to play. At first, Nico declined, but Coco kept asking until he finally agreed. They started off slow, just walking together along the riverbank and talking about everything they saw. Soon, they came across a clearing with a shallow pool in the middle. "Do you want to swim?" Nico asked. Coco nodded eagerly. Swimming was one of his favorite things to do, so off they went, splashing and playing in the water. Coco was having so much fun. He had never had such a wonderful day. He and Nico raced each other to see who could reach the other side of the pool first. Nico always won, but he let Coco come in second so Coco wouldn't get discouraged. After swimming, they took a break to rest on the bank. That's when Coco noticed a family of turtles sunning themselves on a log nearby. He pointed them out to Nico, and they watched for a while as the turtles slowly blinked their ancient eyes. Then Nico suddenly stood up. "I challenge you to see who can get closer to that turtle family without them noticing," he challenged. Coco hesitated. Getting close to the turtles would be hard. If he got too close, they might notice him and start moving. Then he remembered what his mother had told him. Be brave. So he took a deep breath and crept forward. Slowly, he moved from behind a bush to a rock, then to another rock. The turtles hadn't noticed him yet, but he knew he had to hurry. Nico was already halfway there. Just as Coco reached the last rock, one of the turtles lifted its head and stared directly at him. Coco froze, hoping it hadn't seen him, but then it started moving away from him. Coco panicked. He had to do something to make it stop. He started making the funniest faces he could think of, sticking his tongue out, moving his ears back and forth, and even shaking his bottom. The turtle stopped and actually looked at him for a moment. Then it turned around and started moving again. This gave Coco an idea. He started making funny noises, too. All the sounds he had been practicing since he was a little baby He snorted like a pig, croaked like a frog, and even hissed like a snake. The turtle stopped once more, and this time it actually started inching closer to him. Coco kept up his act, not knowing what else to do, and the turtle eventually came close enough for him to touch its shell. He had done it. Coco was so happy. He looked over to where Nico was and saw that he had given up trying to sneak closer to the turtles. Instead, he was sitting on a log watching Coco with a smile. "Well done," Nico said when Coco came over to show him. "I couldn't believe it when I saw that turtle coming closer to you. You're a very good actor." "Coco." Coco blushed and thanked him. He couldn't believe how wonderful this day had become. First, he had made friends with Nico. Then he had outsmarted a whole family of turtles. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Coco knew it was time to head home. He and Nico said their goodbyes and promised to meet again tomorrow for more adventures. When Coco arrived home, his mother was waiting for him. "How was your day, my little one?" she asked. Coco couldn't wait to tell her about everything that had happened. He told her about his new friend Nico, the silly faces he had made, and how he had tricked the turtles into thinking he was a very scary animal. Mama Kay listened patiently, and when Coco was finished, she nuzzled him. "You make me so proud, Coco," she said. "I knew you could do it. Be brave, little one. And remember, you are loved." Coco snuggled close to his mother, feeling warm and happy inside. Today had truly been a wonderful day for a little capybara like him. Hello, everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a look at a wonderful day of a baby rabbit. If you haven't subscribed yet, then click the subscribe button below to make sure that you don't miss any of our future videos. And if you like this video, then press the like button too. The sun is shining brightly in the sky today. The wind is blowing softly through the trees. Birds are chirping merrily in the branches. Flowers are swaying gently in the breeze. It is a beautiful day for a picnic and an excellent opportunity for Mama Bunny to take her babies out for a first time. Mama Bunny wakes up early in the morning. She cleans herself, twitches her nose and ears, and jumps out of the hole. She peeks around outside the burrow to see if it's safe. She couldn't see any predators around, so she goes back into the burrow to wake up her babies. The little pink noses begin to twitch. 4 pairs of bright black eyes begin to blink. 4 tiny paws begin to stretch. And soon, all 4 baby bunnies are hopping around the burrow entrance. Mama Bunny is proud of her children. They're all big enough now to explore the world outside of their burrow. Of course, they must be very careful because there are many dangers lurking outside. But with Mama Bunny to protect them, the baby rabbits feel quite brave. The first order of the day is breakfast. Mama Bunny has found some delicious dandelions near the burrow, and she picks them with her strong, sharp teeth. Then she takes the dandelions back to the burrow and feeds them to her babies. Baby rabbits can't eat solid food yet, so Mama Bunny must mash the dandelions into a thick liquid to feed her babies. As the baby rabbits drink their breakfast, Mama Bunny cleans their fur for them. She licks each bunny from the tip of its head to the end of its fluffy tail. She also washes her own fur while she's at it. After breakfast, Mama Bunny tells her babies it's time to explore the world. The baby rabbits have never been outside the burrow before. They're all very nervous, but excited to finally get a chance to hop around in the open meadow. Mama Bunny leads the way, showing her babies how to sniff the flowers and hop over the tall grass. The baby rabbits are amazed at all the new sights, sounds, and smells. They hop and skip and jump, full of energy and enthusiasm. They meet a friendly squirrel who greets them with a flick of his bushy tail. They watch a family of field mice scampering around their burrow. And they even make friends with a wise old turtle who's sunning himself on a nearby rock. It's so much fun. Outside the burrow, the baby rabbits play until they're exhausted. They flop down in the grass for a rest. Mama Bunny watches over them, making sure they're all safe and sound. As the sun begins to set, Mama Bunny calls her babies. It's time to go home. The baby rabbits, tired from their day of exploring, snuggle close to their mother and drift off to sleep. When they wake up in the morning, they don't remember anything about the previous day. Baby rabbits have very short memories. They only remember what happened within the last 24 hours. So when Mama Bunny tells them it's time to explore again, they're as excited as if it were their first time. Mama Bunny is a good mother. She knows how to keep her babies happy and healthy. She takes them on long walks every day where they explore new areas of the meadow and practice their hopping skills. She teaches them how to find the tastiest plants to eat and the best hiding spots to stay safe from predators. She also makes sure they get plenty of exercise so they can grow into strong, healthy adults. One day while playing, one of the baby rabbits hops away from the group and gets lost. Mama Bunny is frantic with worry. She runs around the meadow, calling for her baby, her heart pounding in her chest. Finally, she spots him, hiding under a bush, and she rushes to his side, nuzzling him with her nose. Relieved and overjoyed, Mama Bunny scoops him up in her mouth and carries him back to the burrow. The baby rabbit, shaken but unharmed, snuggles close to his mother and the other baby rabbits. Mama Bunny, shaken by the close call, holds her babies even tighter, vowing to never let go. As the days pass, the baby rabbits grow bigger and stronger. They're almost too big for Mama Bunny to carry in her mouth, and their playful nips and kicks become more frequent and harder to handle. It's time for them to start living on their own. With a mix of pride and sadness, Mama Bunny watches as her babies leave the burrow, venturing out into the world on their own. She knows they're ready to start their own families and continue the cycle of life. The baby rabbits, taking everything they've learned from their mother, explore the world with excitement and wonder. They hop and skip and jump, their fluffy tails bobbing with each leap. They sniff the flowers, chase butterflies, and play with the other young rabbits they meet along the way. Life is full of adventure and possibilities, and the baby rabbits can't wait to see what the future holds. Meanwhile, Mama Bunny, watching from afar, feels a sense of contentment. As the sun sets over the meadow, Mama Bunny returns to her burrow, her heart filled with love and pride. The burrow is quiet now, empty except for the faint scent of her babies. She curls up in her nest, remembering the joy and laughter that filled these walls. Though her babies are gone, the love and memories they shared will forever remain. And so life goes on in the meadow. The seasons change, the flowers bloom and wither, and the rabbits play and grow. Each day brings new adventures and challenges, and each sunset is a reminder of the beauty and wonder of the natural world. The meadow is a place of constant change and renewal, and the rabbits, with their playful antics and boundless energy, are its heartbeat. Whether they're chasing butterflies, digging burrows, or simply basking in the sun, the rabbits bring life and joy to the meadow. And as the sun sets over the horizon, casting long shadows across the land, the rabbits, tired from their day of play, return to their burrows. They snuggle down in their nests, their tiny hearts beating peacefully as they dream of endless fields of clover and dandelions. The cycle of life continues, and the meadow waits patiently for the dawn to break and the rabbits to begin their endless games anew. If you liked this video, then click the like button below to tell us. Also, click the subscribe button below to make sure that you don't miss any of our future videos. Click the bell icon to receive notifications for new updates. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. It was one of those days that just started out bad for Baby Bear. Mama had gone off to look for some yummy berries to supplement their diet, and Papa had already left for the day's fishing expedition. And Little Bear was all alone in the cave. He wanted to go out and play, but he was too afraid of the outside world. There were scary noises everywhere, and so many things he didn't understand. What if some of those things wanted to eat him? Was it safe to go out? Should he call out for his mom? No, she would be back soon. But what about now? Little Bear sighed, sat down on his haunches, and started to cry. His whimpers echoed through the cave. Suddenly, a butterfly fluttered past the entrance, dancing in the sunlight as it flew. It landed on a rock nearby and began to slowly close its wings. Little Bear watched as it did, and he crawled closer. The butterfly opened one of its wings slightly, and Little Bear gasped. It was beautiful. Different shades of blue swirled together with tiny silver sparkles. As he watched, mesmerized by its beauty, the butterfly slowly opened its other wing. The colors! Oh, my goodness. They were even more stunning than the first. It was like looking at the sky on the clearest summer day. Only better, because there was something magical about seeing it up close. But before Little Bear could get too excited, the butterfly closed its wings again, covering up its beautiful colors. Disappointed, he took a step back, then another, until he was sitting down again. He couldn't understand why the butterfly would tease him like that. Just as he was about to give up hope, the butterfly suddenly fluttered its wings again, and it beckoned to Little Bear with an invisible finger. Curious, he followed it outside. Outside the cave, the world looked different than it did from inside. All the scary noises seemed muffled, and the shadows under the trees looked friendly. Still, he was scared. But as the butterfly turned around to face him, Little Bear saw that it had landed on a leaf shaped just like him. Taking a deep breath, he decided to do it. He took one small step outside, then another, until he was beside the butterfly. "Thank you," he whispered. "Thank you for showing me that I'm not alone." The butterfly smiled at him and said, "You are never alone, Little Bear. All the animals in the forest are your friends. You just have to know where to look." With that, it flew away, leaving Little Bear to explore on his own. He walked a little further into the forest and soon came across a babbling brook. He sat down on a nearby stone to admire the fish darting through the water. They were so graceful, so free. Suddenly, one of them leaped out of the water and landed on the stone beside him. Little Bear jumped back in surprise, almost falling into the brook. "Don't be afraid, Little Bear," said the fish. "I'm here to help you." Confused, Little Bear could only stare at the fish. You see, continued the fish, your papa told us you might need some help finding your way around today, so we wanted to come and assist you. Overjoyed to have a friend, Little Bear asked. Will you take me fishing? Of course, said the fish, and it disappeared back into the water. Then it reappeared with a small worm dangling from its mouth. Handing it to Little Bear, it said, Here, use this for bait. You can't fish without it. Little Bear thanked the fish and hurried off to find a suitable fishing spot. He found a nice shallow area where he sat down and cast his line. But after waiting patiently for a while, he started to feel disappointed. Would he ever catch anything? Just then, he felt a tug on his line. Yanking it upwards, he pulled in a large trout and landed it on the bank beside him.
Overjoyed, he hugged the fish tightly, then set it free. He knew his papa would be proud.
Hurrying home, he called out for Papa, then ran to greet him when he arrived. Look what I caught, he shouted, holding up his empty line proudly. Papa smiled and ruffled Little Bear's fur. Well done, son, he said. Even though you didn't catch anything, you tried your best. After Papa had told stories of his fishing adventures, they all went back to the cave to rest. Little Bear snuggled beside Mama, feeling warm and fuzzy inside. He knew that no matter what happened, he would always have his family and friends to rely on. And that made him feel brave enough to face whatever challenges tomorrow might bring. When he woke up the next morning, the sun was shining brightly and birds were singing sweetly. Excited to start a new day, he got up and went outside to play. He met some of the forest animals who became his friends. They played hide and seek amongst the trees and raced each other through the underbrush. Little Bear laughed and shouted as he ran, feeling happy and free. After playing for a while, he remembered the butterfly and the fish who had helped him the day before. He wanted to thank them, but he didn't know where to find them. Just then, he heard a familiar voice calling his name. Startled, he turned around and saw the butterfly fluttering towards him. I've been looking for you, it said. Your fish friends told me you were looking for me. Little Bear nodded shyly. I just wanted to say thank you for helping me yesterday, he said. It was no trouble at all, replied the butterfly. We're always happy to help someone in need. Then the fish popped out of the bushes. And besides, added the fish, we were hoping you'd come fishing with us again today. Overjoyed, Little Bear agreed. Together, they spent the day looking for the perfect fishing spot. The butterfly flew ahead, scouting for the best places while the fish swam in the nearby waters, keeping an eye out for any signs of life. After a while, they found a nice quiet stream where the fish could easily hide from predators and Little Bear could cast his line without any distractions. As soon as he dropped his bait into the water, he felt a tug on his line. Pulling it up, he saw a beautiful rainbow trout glistening in the sun. I caught one, he shouted excitedly, rushing to show his friends. The fish and the butterfly swam and fluttered around him, congratulating him on his catch. Together, they enjoyed the delicious fish as they talked about all the fun they would have in the future. From that day on, Little Bear was never lonely or scared in the forest again. He knew he had his family, friends, and the whole forest to keep him company. Whenever he felt sad or needed help, all he had to do was ask, and someone would be there for him. So whenever you're feeling down, remember Little Bear and the forest friends who helped them? No matter how dark things may seem, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep your head up and don't give up. Your friends will be there for you. The deer family woke up early in the morning to start their day. The mother deer was cleaning her little fawn. It was such a cute scene. Little Timmy was so adorable, but he still had no idea how wonderful the day would be for him. First, Mama Deer took Timmy out into the forest to see the sun rise over the trees. They watched as the sky turned from dark blue to light pink, and the birds started singing their morning songs. Timmy loved it. He jumped up and down and his tail swished back and forth. It was so much fun to watch him play. After the sunrise, Mama Deer led Timmy to a clearing where a big patch of delicious grass had sprouted overnight. Timmy had never seen so much grass in one place before. He started munching on it right away, and he couldn't stop eating. There was just so much grass, and it tasted so sweet and yummy. Soon, Timmy's tummy was full, and he felt like taking a nap. So, Mama Deer lay down next to him, and they both fell asleep under the warm sun. When Timmy woke up, he saw a butterfly fluttering around on a nearby flower. He'd never seen a butterfly before, and he wanted to get closer to take a look. But when he tried to walk towards it, his leg got caught in some bushes and he fell down. Poor Timmy. He tried to get up, but he just couldn't. He started to cry.
Mama dear heard Timmy crying and came running over.
She gently nudged him with her nose and asked, "What's wrong, sweetie?" Timmy sniffled and told her about his fallen leg. "Oh, my poor baby," said Mama dear. "Let me help you." With her sharp teeth and strong legs, she quickly removed the branches that were stuck on Timmy's leg. Then she licked him all over to clean and dry his skin. "There you go," she said. "All better now." Timmy was so grateful to his mom. He nuzzled her and thanked her for helping him. Then he stood up on his wobbly legs and walked back to the butterfly. He got so close that he could see its beautiful wings up close. The butterfly didn't seem to mind him being there, and it even landed on his nose for a few seconds before flying away again. Timmy was so happy. This was the best day ever. Then suddenly, Timmy spotted something else that caught his eye. A little chipmunk was scampering around on a tree branch not far away. Timmy had never seen a chipmunk before, and he wanted to get closer. "Wait, Timmy," said Mama dear. "Don't go over there. That's where the fox lives, and foxes love to eat deer." Timmy stopped and looked at the den. Sure enough, he could see the bushy tail of a fox poking out from the entrance. Just then, the fox came out and started stretching. He yawned widely, showing off his sharp teeth. When he turned his head, Timmy saw his pointy ears and his clever eyes. Timmy was scared, but he didn't want to show it. Instead, he took a deep breath and tried to act brave. The fox looked at Timmy for a moment, then trotted away into the forest. Once he was gone, Timmy and Mama Dia walked back to the clearing to eat some more grass. As the day wore on, Timmy continued to explore the forest with his mom. They played hide-and-seek among the trees, and Timmy even chased a squirrel up a tree. He was getting so good at exploring. But soon, it was time for dinner. Mama Deer led Timmy to a spot where some juicy berries grew. They were ripe and ready to eat, and Timmy loved their sweet, fruity flavor. As the night began to fall, Mama Deer and Timmy made their way back to the safety of the trees. They snuggled close together to keep each other warm. As the moon shone brightly in the night sky, Timmy felt very loved and very tired. He closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep. Timmy woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of rustling leaves and a loud crash. He opened his eyes and saw a big black bear standing over them, sniffing the air. The bear was huge, and its claws were sharp. Timmy was scared, but he knew that if he ran away, the bear would catch him easily. So he stayed still and hoped that the bear wouldn't notice him. The bear sniffed the ground where Mama Deer had been lying, but luckily it didn't see Timmy. After a while, the bear wandered off into the forest and Timmy fell back asleep. When the sun came up again, Mama Deer woke up and nuzzled Timmy. "Did you sleep well, sweetie?" she asked. Timmy nodded and yawned widely. Then he told her about the scary bear. "Oh, don't worry, Timmy," said Mama Deer. "The bear probably wasn't interested in us. Let's go find some breakfast." They walked over to the same clearing where Timmy had his first breakfast. But this time, it looked very different. All the grass had disappeared. Timmy felt sad because he really liked eating the grass. Mama Deer understood how Timmy felt. She didn't want him to be sad on his special day. So she had an idea. "I know," she said. "Let's go visit my friend Bessie. She's a cow, and she always has plenty of food to share." Timmy's ears perked up. He'd never been to a cow's field before. And even though he was a little scared of the big animal, he was also curious to meet her. When they arrived at the cow's field, Bessie was happy to see them. She gave Timmy a big smile and said, "Hello, little dear. What can I get for you?" Timmy thought for a moment. "Can I have some of that delicious green stuff you're eating?" he asked. Bessie laughed and said, "Of course. It's grass. Would you like to try some clover?" Timmy nodded and started munching on the grass. It didn't taste exactly like the grass from the clearing, but it was still very sweet and delicious. Timmy ate so much that he almost fell asleep. Luckily, Bessie had some hay that she shared with him. which gave him enough energy to play. Bessie's field was big and open, and Timmy loved running around in it. He chased butterflies and played hide and seek with the rabbits. He even made friends with a little lamb named Cotton. They all had so much fun together. But after a while, Timmy started to feel homesick. He missed his cozy den and his warm bed of leaves. He told his new friends goodbye and thanked Bessie for the wonderful day. Then he and his mom went home. When they arrived at the den, Timmy curled up on his bed of leaves and fell asleep. He had so many wonderful memories from his day. He met new friends, explored the forest, and even had a sleepover in a cow's field. But most of all, he was grateful to have his mom by his side. She kept him safe and loved him every step of the way. Timmy knew that he was the luckiest little fawn in the forest. From that day on, Timmy continued to explore the world around him. He learned that even though sometimes it can be scary, it can also be very fun and exciting. He also learned that with his mom's love and support, he can do anything. And that's the end of our story. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment below. We'd love to hear what you think. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any of our future videos. Until next time, happy adventuring. Hey, everyone, it's me. Today we're going to learn some fun facts about rabbits. Make sure to watch until the end because the last one might surprise you. Let's get into it. No. 1. They can't sweat. Unlike most mammals, rabbits do not have any sweat glands. Because of this, they cannot sweat when they get hot. Instead, they pant like dogs to cool down. If it gets too hot for them, they may even die from heat stroke. This is why rabbits should never be left outside in hot weather. No. 2. They can't walk while eating. If you ever see a rabbit eating, you'll notice that they always sit down first. Rabbits are different from other mammals in that their front legs are much shorter than their back legs. This makes it very difficult for them to walk while they have food in their mouths. Their small front legs also mean that they cannot easily dig burrows. Instead, rabbits live in underground burrows made by other animals, such as prairie dogs. When a rabbit runs away from a predator, it usually hops rather than runs. This is because their legs are so long and thin that they would break if they ran normally. No. 4. They have 2 sets of teeth. A rabbit's mouth is similar to our mouths, in that they have both incisors and molars. However, unlike us, rabbits have 2 sets of teeth. The first set of teeth are the normal teeth that you would expect, but the second set grows under the first set and replaces them when the rabbit is still a kid. These teeth continue to grow throughout the rabbit's life, just like our fingernails. If they don't chew enough, these teeth will keep growing and eventually cause problems. This is why rabbits need to constantly chew on hay or other rough plants to keep their teeth trimmed. Number 5. They have special ears. A rabbit's ears are not only cute, they're also very functional. The insides of their ears are lined with very sensitive hairs that can detect even the slightest movement or sound. This helps them to hear predators coming from far away so they can run and hide. The shape of their ears also helps them to determine the direction of sounds. If a predator is approaching from the right side, their right ear will twitch more than their left ear. This allows them to quickly determine which way to run. No. 6. They have great vision. While a rabbit's hearing is excellent, their vision isn't bad either. In fact, rabbits can see much better than humans. They can see both ultraviolet and infrared light. This means that they can see colors that we cannot see, such as the fluorescent markings on poison dart frogs. They also have much better night vision than we do, thanks to a reflective layer in their eyes called topotom lucidum. This allows them to see clearly in low light conditions. Because of their great vision, rabbits can easily spot predators from far away and make plans to escape. 7. They are prey animals. Because rabbits have such great vision and hearing, they are rarely caught off guard by predators. However, sometimes they make the mistake of thinking that humans are their friends. This can lead to problems if they're raised in captivity, because domestic rabbits are still prey animals at heart. This means that they will always be on the lookout for danger, even if there is no real threat. This can make them very skittish and nervous animals. If you want to build trust with a domestic rabbit, it's important to spend time with them every day and make them feel comfortable around you. With patience, it's possible to form a strong bond with your rabbit. No. 8. They communicate with each other through scent. Rabbits have scent glands on their chins, flanks, and anus. They use these glands to mark their territory and communicate with other rabbits. By rubbing their cheeks against an object, they leave behind a scent that tells other rabbits that they were there. This is similar to how cats rub against things to leave their scent behind. Rabbits also use scent to communicate. During mating season, female rabbits release a special scent when they're ready to mate. This scent attracts male rabbits from miles away. Once the males arrive, they begin to compete for the right to mate with the female. The male rabbits will circle around her, sniffing the ground to try to determine who is the best candidate. The female will eventually choose one of the males, and the two will mate. No? 9. They can be aggressive. While rabbits are often seen as cute and gentle animals, they can be very aggressive if they feel threatened. Male rabbits, especially those that are not neutered, can be very territorial and will fight other rabbits to protect their space. They also have sharp teeth and claws that they will not hesitate to use against another rabbit or a human. If you ever have to handle a rabbit that is not yours, be very careful and respectful. Approach them slowly and calmly and avoid making any sudden movements. If a rabbit feels threatened, it may lash out and hurt you. Number 10. There are many breeds of rabbits. There are over 50 breeds of domestic rabbits, each with their own unique look and personality. Some of the most popular breeds include the Dutch, the Flemish Giant, the Lionhead, and the Holland Lop. No matter what breed of rabbit you have, they will all need plenty of space to roam, good nutrition, and lots of love from their owners. With proper care, your rabbit can live a happy and healthy life for many years. Number 11. They can be expensive. While some people think that rabbits are cheap pets, this is not always the case. In fact, rabbits can be very expensive to own.
They need a large enclosure, fresh food and water every day, and regular veterinary checkups.
If you plan on getting a rabbit, be prepared to spend a significant amount of money on their care. However, the money you spend will be worth it if you get a chance to experience the unconditional love that a rabbit has to offer. Number 12. They're not easy to train. If you've ever tried to train a rabbit, you know how difficult it can be. They are intelligent animals, but they are also very easily distracted. This makes it hard to get them to do what you want, especially if there is something else that they would rather be doing, like eating or playing. With patience and positive reinforcement, it is possible to train a rabbit to do basic commands, such as come, sit, and stay. However, do not expect your rabbit to be a well-behaved dog. No matter how much training you put in, they will always be a wild animal at heart. Number 13. They have long lifespans. If you take good care of your rabbit, it can live for many years. The average lifespan of a rabbit is 8 to 12 years, but some rabbits have been known to live up to 15 years or longer. This means that if you get a rabbit as a pet, it will be with you for a long time. Be prepared to give them the time, attention, and care they need to live a happy and healthy life. Number 14. They're social animals. Rabbits are
Social animals who live in groups called colonies.
in the wild. They will spend their days looking for food and their nights sleeping with their colony mates. When you get a rabbit as a pet, it's important to remember that they are social creatures who need companionship. If you leave your rabbit alone for long periods of time, it can become very lonely and depressed. This can lead to behavioral problems such as aggression and destructive chewing. If you can't be home with your rabbit during the day, consider getting 2 rabbits so they can keep each other company. Number 15. They are not rodents. Even though they're often grouped together with rodents like mice and rats, rabbits are actually not rodents. Rodents are defined as mammals that have 2 incisors on their upper jaw and none on their lower jaw. Rabbits, on the other hand, have 4 incisors on their upper jaw and 4 on their lower jaw. Rabbits are lagomorphs, which is a separate order of mammals. Other lagomorphs include hares and picas. See you next time. Bye. Hello and welcome to our channel. In today's video, we have prepared for you fun facts about a baby cat. Stick around and do not miss any fact. We assure you that you will enjoy it. Now let's get started with the first fact. Number 1. The world's biggest rodent. Yes, you heard it right. The adult capybara can grow up to 3 feet long and weigh over 140 pounds. making it the largest rodent on the planet. These hefty capybaras are truly giant creatures, much larger than other rodents such as rats, mice, and squirrels. Their size allows them to roam freely in their natural habitat without being bothered by predators. However, humans sometimes pose a threat to these animals due to factors like hunting and habitat destruction. But with their large size and strength, capybara can still defend themselves against most predators. Despite their imposing stature, they are herbivores and pose no danger to humans. They typically live in swamps and marshes where they graze on aquatic plants. Capybaras are also known for their social behavior and can be seen in groups of up to 100 individuals. Their distinctive appearance and gentle nature make them a popular attraction at zoos and wildlife parks worldwide. No. 2. Semi-aquatic. The capybara is a semi-aquatic creature that spends a significant amount of time both on land and in water. These adaptable animals are well suited to life in and around water thanks to their webbed feet and partially webbed ears, which help them swim with ease. Capybara can be found in a variety of habitats, including swamps, marshes, and rivers, where they are an integral part of the ecosystem. They play a vital role in seed dispersal and vegetation management, as they consume aquatic plants and fruits, which they later deposit elsewhere through their feces. This helps to maintain biodiversity and promotes the growth of new plants in different areas. The semi-aquatic lifestyle of the capybara also makes it a key prey species for many animals, including jaguars, anacondas, and caimans. As a result, the capybara has developed several adaptations to help it evade predators. For example, their keen sense of hearing allows them to detect danger from a distance, while their agility in the water allows them to escape quickly. Overall, the capybara's semi-aquatic lifestyle makes it a fascinating and important species to study for understanding the interactions between animals and their environment. Number 3. Excellent swimmers. These creatures are also known for their excellent swimming abilities. With their webbed feet and paddle tails, they can navigate through the water with ease, reaching speeds of up to 6 miles per hour. And despite their bulky appearance, they are surprisingly graceful in the water and can dive to depths of up to 60 feet in search of food. Capybara's swimming skills allow them to thrive in their natural habitat, where they are both predator and prey. As a result, the capybara has evolved to become incredibly adept at detecting danger and escaping through the water. Their excellent eyesight, acute sense of hearing, and keen sense of smell all contribute to their ability to stay one step ahead of potential predators. Capybara's swimming abilities are not only essential for their survival, but also make them a captivating sight to behold. Their powerful strokes and effortless grace in the water are a testament to the adaptability and resilience of these remarkable creatures. If you're enjoying our video so far, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you won't miss out on any of our amazing videos. You can also check out our other videos here. Number 4. Herbivorous diet. Herbivorous diet means that they only consume plant-based foods such as grasses, leaves, fruits, and aquatic vegetation. This is in contrast to carnivorous animals which eat meat and omnivores which eat both meat and plants. Capybara's specialized diet reflects their adaptation to their environment, as they primarily inhabit grassy swamps and marshes where vegetation is abundant. Their digestive system is specifically designed to break down plant matter and extract nutrients, enabling them to thrive on a diet consisting solely of plants. This herbivorous diet also plays a crucial role in the ecosystem, as it allows capybara to control the growth of aquatic plants and prevent them from becoming invasive. By consuming excess vegetation, they maintain a balance in the ecosystem and ensure that other species are able to thrive as well. Furthermore, their herbivorous diet makes them an ideal target for predators such as jaguars and anacondas, who rely on the abundance of capybara in their habitat for sustenance. No. 5. Social and gregarious. Capybara are highly social creatures that live in groups called herds, which can consist of up to 100 individuals. They are known for their gregarious behavior and are often seen interacting with each other, engaging in social play and grooming. These social interactions are essential for maintaining bonds within the herd and ensuring the well-being of the group. Capybaras are also highly vocal animals and use a variety of sounds to communicate with each other. They are particularly known for their loud, distinctive bark, which they use to alert the herd to danger or to mark their territory. Capybara's social behavior extends beyond their own species, as they are known to interact with other animals in their habitat. They have been observed sharing their food with monkeys and have been known to form amicable relationships with dogs. Overall, capybara's social and gregarious nature makes them fascinating creatures to observe and highlights the importance of social interactions in their lives. Number 6. Excellent sense of hearing. Excellent sense of hearing is crucial for their survival, as it allows them to detect predators such as jaguars and anacondas, which rely on stealth to ambush their prey. With their acute hearing, capybaras can pick up on the slightest sound of movement in the water or on land, giving them enough time to react and escape. Additionally, their hearing plays a vital role in their communication and social interactions. Capybara use a variety of sounds to communicate, including barks, whistles, and squeals. And their ability to hear these sounds clearly is essential for maintaining social bonds and coordinating group activities. Moreover, their hearing is also crucial for finding food. Capybaras rely on their sense of hearing to locate aquatic plants and fruits, which they consume as part of their herbivorous diet. Their ability to hear the rustling of vegetation or the gurgling of water allows them to pinpoint the location of their next meal. Overall, their excellent sense of hearing is a vital adaptation that enables capybaras to thrive in their natural environment. Number 7. Can produce a distress call. The distress call of a baby capybara is a high-pitched squeal that is produced when the young capybara is separated from its mother or feels threatened. This call is designed to alert nearby adults, including the mother, of the danger or distress the young animal is experiencing. When a baby capybara produces a distress call, the mother and other adult capybara in the vicinity will respond by rushing to the aid of the young animal. The mother will try to retrieve the baby and protect it, while other adult capybara may also assist in defending the young one from potential threats. The distress call is an important adaptation that helps ensure the survival of young capybaras, as it allows them to quickly get assistance from their social group in times of need. This behavior is common in many species of mammals, including primates, ungulates, and rodents, and is an important part of their social behavior. The ability to communicate distress and receive assistance from others is an essential adaptation for the survival of young animals in a potentially dangerous world. No. 8. Weaning at 12 weeks. In the first few weeks of life, baby capybara, also known as pups, are completely dependent on their mothers for survival. They nurse from their mothers to get the necessary nutrients and antibodies to stay healthy. At around 12 weeks of age, the pups begin to transition to a more solid diet of aquatic plants and fruits. This process of weaning is gradual, and the pups continue to nurse for several weeks, while also exploring and tasting new foods. During this time, the mother capybara will also teach the pups how to forage for food and identify safe plants to eat. The weaning period is an important time in the life of a baby capybara, as it marks the beginning of their transition to adulthood. No. 9. Sexual maturity at 2 years. Capybara reach sexual maturity at around 2 years of age. At this point, they are capable of reproducing and contributing to the next generation. However, the age of sexual maturity can vary depending on factors such as genetics, nutrition, and environmental conditions. Some capybara may begin to reproduce earlier or later than this. Once they reach sexual maturity, capybara are polygamous, meaning that males will mate with multiple females during the breeding season. Females will give birth to 1 to 8 pups after a gestation period of around 150 days. Number 10. Lifespan of 8 years. Capybara typically live for around 8 years in the wild, although some individuals have been known to live longer. Their lifespan can be affected by factors such as predation, habitat destruction, and disease. In captivity, with proper care and veterinarial attention, capybara can live for 10 to 15 years. Throughout their lifespan, capybara undergo various changes and adaptations to ensure their survival and well-being. From birth to death, each stage presents unique challenges and opportunities for these fascinating creatures. That's all for now. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our latest videos.